Who is it?
It's your dad, Scotty.
Oh, just a second, Dad. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Well, you still reviewing, are you?
Oh, yeah. Mostly Supreme Court decisions made while I was away. If I'm going to be half of Baldwin and Baldwin, I want to be up on the current rulings.
Listen, you're already half of the firm, son. I don't have to tell you how pleased I am about it either, do I?
It feels good, too.
Good. Scotty, there's something I have to ask you about.
Yeah, sure, what?
On Thanksgiving Day, someone tried to involve Luke Spencer in a prank. Prank really isn't the right word. It's a scheme, and a very cruel one. Has a lot of people upset.
So?
Did you have anything to do with it?
No, darling, I was thinking something maybe very bright at those windows. Maybe something in a bold red and an off-white. What do you think?
I don't think they're called windows. I think they're called portholes.
Oh, well, whatever they're called, darling, they definitely need some color. Maybe pale peach would be nice. You know, pale peach would be wonderful with my delicate coloring, don't you think? Oh, darlings, here you are. Laura and I have decided on pale peach for these little potholes. What do you think? Does that sound divine?
The term is porthole, and right now, pothole seems appropriate.
Why? Did something happen?
No. We just went over the whole damn tub with this marine architect.
Well, what did that little rugged man with a pipe think, huh?
Well, he thinks it's quite possible for us to convert this floating albatross into a very nice nightclub.
Oh, you see, I told you.
Yes, well, he also thinks that it's going to cost us about 5 times what we figured.
Give or take a few thousand.
So what are we going to do?
Well, I don't know what we're going to do. That's what I want to talk to you about. My dear wife, we can have our floating nightclub if you're willing to spend every cent we got. So what do you say? Shall we go for broke?
Luke, we can't risk losing all of our money.
Well, not if we want to eat and stay afloat, too. You got a good point.
Well, just how much money is it going to cost? Did that little architect tell you?
Yeah, he's very explicit about his fees. $5,000 for a set of blueprints.
So, you know, if it's $5,000 for the blueprints, it's going to be quite a bit for the real job.
Well, how much money is available now?
Well, Scorp and I figure between the two of us, we got, what, about $80,000?
Yeah, but don't forget that portion of that money is going to have to be used to live on local expenses until this club starts to show a profit. Unless, of course, we took in a third partner.
Do you know anybody that might be interested?
Yeah, I do have a close friend.
Oh, yeah?
Very close, very close.
Yeah, and the thing about this friend is she happens to own this rather valuable diamond necklace, which I can see at this very moment.
Oh, no. Let me tell you, my diamonds are my security, and I am not selling another one of those. No way, Robert, no way. No.
Tiffany, listen. Whose idea was this in the first place? As I recall, it was yours.
That's right, and you would break my heart if I didn't get to see you be the hostess.
Well, I still have to do
right.
that now.
But
Yes,
just
I
think
do.
of this. The whole place is going to be on 2 tiers, right? So wherever the patrons are seated, they'll be able to get a clear view of you.
That's right, there won't be any posts. Nothing to obscure their vision of you.
Well, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? 2 levels.
2 levels.
levels.
All 250 customers will be able to ogle you at any one time.
250?
Yeah.
We'd be fools to pass this up, wouldn't we? Do you think?
Yeah. And during summer, we're going to have these glass doors that open out onto the decks.
That's right. That means that if we kind of float close to shore, they can see you from the street.
Get the best audience.
Well, it sounds like a very good offer, I do have to admit. We would be kind of crazy not to do this. What do you think?
I second the motion.
Third.
Okay.
Laura?
Why are you even asking my opinion, Robert? It seems like you've all decided already.
Baby, that's not true.
Well, you have, haven't you, Luke? I mean, the 2 of you are going to put up the money. She's going to be the hostess. What do you want me to do, wash the dishes? Forget it.
I think this is the time where someone says, oops.
I think I better talk to her.
Listen, I give you my word. Until just now, I had no idea about what happened on Thanksgiving. But if what you say is true, you're right. That was no prank. It was cruel.
Yes, very. I mean, it was bad enough to try and lure poor Ruby into an abandoned warehouse, thinking that Luke had, well, he was in danger. But then to make sure that Luke thought that Ruby had been in an accident, that's just malicious.
You know, something, to be perfectly honest with you, Dad, I don't know how you could think that I was capable of a stunt like that.
Well, Scotty, I owe you an apology. And now we'll say no more about it. I am to meet Gail at the Floating Rib for lunch. Why don't you join us?
Oh, well, I'd love to. Thanks. You know, I understand. I mean, I can't blame people for thinking that I'd pull a stunt like that. Lord knows, I mean, I was pretty rotten to him at the wedding.
Well, we all do things by impulse, darling, and then we're a little embarrassed afterwards. But what's most important is to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, well, I know that now, and I'll never do anything to hurt him again.
I'm sure they realize it, Scotty.
Oh, they will, in time.
Time, yeah. That's the key word right there, Gail, time. Give me enough time, and I'll prove to everybody that I'm a new man.
Or the same man you were before you left Port Charles. You know, frankly, Gail and I know how hard you're trying, son, and we're proud of you for it, aren't we, honey?
Very. You know, sometimes it takes a long time for people to realize that there's nothing to be gained from revenge. I mean, usually you just hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got about 200 of those Supreme Court rulings, you know, that were made while I was gone to catch up on.
Yeah, he's just determined to be a credit to our firm.
And he's going to be. Your dad and I both know that.
Yeah, well, I am. Oh, there's one other thing.
What's that?
My stuff should be coming up from Mexico pretty soon, and as soon as it does, I'm going to give Laura the divorce decree.
Well, I'm sure they'll be very relieved.
Well, I hope so, because I don't want to do anything to hurt them again. So long.
Bye, Scotty.
Baby, I don't want you to hurt. What's wrong?
Everything.
Okay, everything. Well, where do we start?
I don't really know where to start. It's just that our lives have been so crazy for the past year, you know? And I thought that once we got married, we could settle down a little bit. I need that kind of security. And now we're just floating around on this damn boat.
Now, wait, this is not exactly a Chinese junk you're talking about. It's a $5 million luxury yacht.
I know that, but the anonymous donor took out all the good furniture.
Well, I left the bed. That's all I need.
It doesn't matter. It's still damp.
Damp?
Yeah.
Is that what's wrong? The boat is damp?
Yeah. There's more to it than that. It's just that it really gives me the creeps to be here, you know? It's like the Cassidines were all around here. It just makes me feel creepy.
What do you want?
Trouble is, I don't know.
Look, sweetheart, you're talking about security. You're talking about living the way other people live. You know, I'm not other people. You know that. And a 9-to-5 existence, that just wouldn't work. I mean, can you see me selling used cars and coming home every night complaining about I didn't make a sale today? That's not me.
I know, but a nightclub?
Oh, we can make it work. Sure, it's great. Besides, I'm good at running clubs. You know that. I can do that.
I know.
All right, besides that, the reality is we're stuck with this big, huge rubber ducky. And a club at least makes use of it, doesn't it?
But it was still the Cassidines.
Who cares? We'll make it our own.
Luke, don't you feel them here?
No.
No?
No, neither will you. Once we get some of our own things in here. Besides, this is not forever. It's not. Right?
Well...
Right? There's only one thing that is forever. And that's our love for each other. Right?
Right.
What now?
I think we should get back to that, what do you call it? I don't know.
Why?
Well, because Robert and Tiffany are going to wonder what's taking us so long.
Oh?
Yeah.
Darling, we're married. We're newlyweds. We're entitled. I think they know what we're doing.
Well, then I think we should get back. And that's embarrassing.
Laura, you see the ring? We're married.
I know. Let's go, okay?
Well, okay, but I had a couple other ideas, but I don't want you to be embarrassed. Look, if Robert asks any questions, you know, about why we took so long.
He wouldn't.
Well, I don't think he would, but if he has the nerve, let's just tell him we were in here rehearsing our soft shoe number. Oh, no.
No what?
No, if we go back to the salon, Robert and Tiffany are just going to start talking about the club.
That's all right.
No, it isn't all right. It isn't all right because we haven't got an agreement here. And we're a team. So, wife, let's put our ducks on the table.
What?
I don't know. I just made it up. Look, I know that this idea about turning this thing into a club is not really that appealing to you. And if you say no, if you really mean it, then the idea is over. I'm finished with it. But before you say no, will you listen to me?
Of course I will.
All right. You know what kind of guy you're married to, right?
I hope so.
You know that I'm not Mr. Straight Arrow. That I never could be. I don't want to be. In fact, I like that about me.
What are you trying to say?
I'm crazy. I admit it. You ever ride a roller coaster?
Yeah, well, you know that. We have together lots of times.
I know, so you know how I get off on it, right? I love roller coaster rides. I want my life to be like a roller coaster ride. I want us to just have so much excitement all the time that we're living in peak. You know, I want it to be so good that we just yell with excitement. I need that kind of excitement in my life, Laura. I need it a lot.
I know. I love you for it.
Well, I sure hope so, because you're stuck with me. That's the kind of guy you got. What do you think? Can we make this place into a club?
Well, it's not that I'm entirely against the idea.
Oh, I hear a but.
It's just that, I don't know, if it weren't such a big risk.
It is risky. You're absolutely right. It's risky, but we got to take a chance. You know, we could end up in debt up to our eyeballs, but we could also make a lot of money, too. We could make a bundle, and we could have a good time doing it. If you would stand with me, I promise you, I'll make it work.
I know. I know, but still...
Still what, baby?
Luke, I'll never like the idea. Never.
Laura, do you think I could make it work?
I think you want to.
That's not good enough, because it is risky, and it is taking a chance, and we are a team. I really need you to know that I can make it work, because I need your support if we're going to do it. What do you think?
Well, I guess I don't have much choice.
No, you do. You have a choice.
Not really. Okay, if you want it that bad, and you really think you can make it work, I'll stand beside you. Of course I will.
You won't regret it, baby. I promise you. I'll make it work.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I promise you I will. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Spencer. Thank you.
I love you.
I know. I love you. Come on. Hey.
What was that for?
For understanding me.
I don't know if I ever will.
Oh, no, you do. You just proved it. Thanks.
I'll be right out.
Okay. You got 10 seconds before I rip you apart. What the hell are you doing here?
Wait a minute, now wait. I didn't come here to make any trouble.
5 seconds.
I came here to apologize. That's the truth. I swear.
I'm listening.
Listen, I know what you must think of me.
Oh, you couldn't possibly.
What happened at the wedding was unforgivable. But I give you my word now. I didn't plan that.
Oh, really? You just happened to pop into town on the day that I was being married, huh?
It was just something that happened. I was acting rash and impulsive and stupid. 2 seconds after it happened, I realized what a fool I was.
So did everybody else in town.
I know that. And I've got a lot of fences to mend, starting with you and Laura. I want to prove to you and to everybody how wrong I was. Now, Luke, will you let me do that?
Best thing you can do for Laura and me is to get lost.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's just one thing I want for you and Laura. Complete happiness.
I'm touched.
Now, listen. I'm going to stay here in Port Charles. Okay? Now, just take it easy, okay? Because I want to start a new life for myself. I want you guys to have a good life. I want to prove to everybody that I'm a decent guy, and I just want what's best for everybody.
Go on.
What more can I say? I want to start a new life. I want you and Laura to have a new life. Luke, I apologize.
All right, you said it. Now get off my boat.
Sure. Oh, there's just one more thing. About Laura's divorce papers.
The ones you stole.
Ones that are still in Mexico, right?
Yes, that you stole.
I did. I admit that I stole them. They're in my luggage, and they're being shipped up. When they arrive, I'll give it to you.
That Mexican divorce can be contested at any time, and you know it.
I do know that. But I give you my word. I'm not going to contest that divorce.
I wouldn't take your word for the time of day.
Why won't you trust me?
Oh, that's good. Why wouldn't I trust you? That's beautiful.
Luke, I know how you feel. I don't blame you. But as God is my witness, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to make any more trouble. And when the papers come from Mexico, I'll give them to you. What else can I do?
That one's easy. Get off my boat. Now.
I'm going. But I meant what I said. When the papers come, I'll give them to you. You got my word.
Where you been? Been to Kelly's. Didn't you get my note?
I missed her.
Obviously, you two were tucked away in your stateroom for quite a while this afternoon.
How was Kelly's?
It was rather mysterious, actually.
Mysterious. What, Rose put some homegrown herbs in the chowder?
No, actually, Laura's father was there.
He was?
Mm-hmm.
Was he with my mother?
Well, she was kind of leaving as we walked in. Rick was sort of talking to himself.
He what?
It was more of a mutter.
Let me tell you, Laura, darling, your father is really kicking up his heels.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm saying, sweet thing, is your father is buying jewels. A jewel for a lady, I think.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we sent him to a reputable dealer, Captain Vacuum. He wanted him to go around to Benny's, but I vetoed that one.
Good thinking, Robert.
That's the least I could do
Well,
for the guy.
wait a second. What about the lady? Did he say who?
Not one word, but let me tell you, she had better brace herself because your father has got that determined glint in his eyes. Ooh.
If anybody that knows the glint, it's this one here. Listen, any decisions?
Oh, about the club.
Yeah.
We had a long talk,
And
And it's a go, yes, baby?
Oh, I'm so excited. I've got to plan my wardrobe today.
Robert, stop her before she buys the shoes.
Listen, I had a few ideas over lunch.
You mean I didn't dig up your whole thought process, darling?
No, Tiffany.
No.
Now, listen, come over here. I've been thinking, if we can get hold of those plans, we can do most of the work ourselves.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked about doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could knock out a few walls and stuff here and there, couldn't we?
A couple of saws and a battering ram. We're in business.
A few sticks of dynamite, you got it.
Good idea.
Now,
Luke, you mean we're all going to live here while this is going on? It's going to be a mess.
well, it'll be a bit noisy and probably messy too, but think of the money we'll save in portal-to-portal pay. It's practical.
And overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't this exciting? I mean, just think while they're working with their saws or whatever it is that they use, we can be working on the color schemes. That'd be nice.
If we can hear ourselves think.
What?
Nothing. When is this going to start?
The sooner the better, partner.
I'm on your...
Oh, isn't this wonderful? Aren't you excited?
Laura?
Yeah, sure.
The enthusiasm is deafening.
I'm sorry. It's just that I had hoped that Luke would take a little bit of time off after we first got married. You know, to just be together before you got all involved in your work again.
Oh, baby, wait. Whether I'm involved in business or not, you're always number one with me. You always will be, you know that, don't you? Don't you?
If you say so.
I say so. And I also say this. With everyone present, I promise you someday we'll live on dry land.
Now, you remember everything you're supposed to do. You got it set.
Right. I go into the kitchen, get out a glass of milk, and I don't come back until you call me.
Yeah, but don't forget the cookies. Cookies in the yellow cookie jar. It says cookies.
What a weird place to keep them.
You get in there, she's going to be here any minute, okay?
Sure. You know, this is kind of fun. Like some kind of game or something.
Mike, this is not a game, I promise you. Get in there before she gets you, all right?
You told me.
Okay.
Oh, good. You found the key.
Oh, yes, yeah, I wasn't under the flower pot on the left, however.
Really?
No.
How odd.
What?
Especially since I told you to look under the flower pot on the right.
All right.
Okay, what was so important that I had to rush back here in the middle of work?
Well, I'm about ready to tell you. First of all, Mike is in the kitchen.
Oh, terrific. I've got new granola cookies.
No. I told him there were some cookies there, and he knows right where they are. He's getting the cookies.
In the yellow cookie jar, did you tell him?
The yellow one. You know, the one I won the night we played bingo.
I
What
know.
was my cookie jar?
Yes, but I have treasured it ever since.
May I continue?
Yes, of course, by all means.
Leslie, I brought Mike with me because he's a very important part of what I'm going to talk about. I mean, he is a very important part. He's like my son. I don't care what the legalities are. He is my son. I feel that way in my heart, and he is going to be my son one day. But more than just needing a father, I think he also needs a mother.
Rick,
No, I'll do better myself if I just keep going, okay?
yes,
He
go right
needs
ahead.
a mother and a father. He needs a home. He needs the right kind of neighborhood. He needs this home. Our home, Leslie. Do you understand what I'm saying? He needs a mother and a father. He needs you and he needs me. Now, I've made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. I hope I've learned from them. And I know I'm going to not make them again.
Is that it?
No, the most important part is just you and me. As I've learned just how much I love you. And I always will. Leslie, I want you to marry me. I want you to be my wife.
Now, Dr. Rick?
Mike, I was going to call you. I told you I'd let you know.
I know, but I was listening, and this seemed a pretty good time, was it?
Yeah, I guess it's a perfect time. Leslie, we both need you. But I need you. I love you. I love you more than you will ever possibly know. And I want you for my wife. Will you marry me?
Dr. Leslie?
Leslie, I'm waiting.
What took you so long?
And I love you.
Oh, boy. Isn't this just great? Now I'm going to have a real mother and father.
Oh.
And you know something else?
What?
Well, I'll even have a sister. Laura will be sort of like my sister.
No, not sort of. She will be your sister. Hey, you know what that makes, Luke? Your brother-in-law, right?
Wow. All those relatives in one day. Wait till I tell Rose and Joe Kelly.
Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea, but I think maybe we should tell the immediate family first.
The immediate family?
That's Luke and Laura.
Oh, sure. But how long will that take?
You think you can wait an hour?
Sure.
We could go to Kelly's and leave Mike there and go to the boat.
Great. Let me get your jacket.
Huh?
Coat.
Amy. Oh, my gosh, we've got to tell Amy. If Amy finds out that anybody else knew before she did, she'll just die.
Yeah, that would be like killing two birds with one stone, too, because if you tell Amy, she'll tell the whole town.
Yeah. Isn't it nice that Amy comes in so handy that way?
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
Came from a real store, too.
Huh?
Well, I'll tell you about that later, okay?
Okay.
Can we go now?
Yeah, okay. We're going right now.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Isn't it neat? We're going to go tell somebody something happy.
What's your head?
Luke, I promise you, as soon as my luggage arrives from Mexico, I will give you the divorce decree. Sure I will. Sure I will. But, did I forget to mention something? I believe I did. You'll get the decree when I'm good and ready. And that's going to take some time. Because I've got a lot of plans for you. A lot of plans. I've just begun. At a club, but we gotta have a gimmick. We gotta... I don't know. Yeah, it's gotta be something, but not a disco.
No, I certainly hope it's not a disco. My goodness, we'd have to let the patrons in blue jeans and those tacky little shirts with the animals.
Yeah, not a
We'd
cowboy
even serve
bar, either.
pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of people are saying now that the disco craze is just dying out anyway.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
You know, and I think it has no elegance, John. And what we should really stress in this club is old-fashioned elegance. Don't you agree?
Elegant.
Elegance.
I know. What if we had, you know, the old kind of dancing where people dance together? You know, that...
Hey, wait a minute. That's it, Laura. That's good. That's good. We can go back, like, to the jazz age or something. Big bands, you know?
Oh, no,
music was
I
fun to
remember
dance
it.
to.
I was
Swing.
to it, but I remember it very well.
What?
You
I was
do?
a baby. I was a baby.
Sure she was.
The swing
Music
stuff.
from the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s. I love it.
Lots of clarinet.
Fitzgerald. Oh.
Yeah, well, we could even go so far as if people wanted to dress in the 30s, 40s, and
Yeah.
if they want to wear a clarinet, let them wear a clarinet.
Or a file.
I think it's a great idea.
I do, too. It's a beginning. Well, we'll have to work out the bugs, but...
Yeah, well, we got plenty of time to do that. I mean, we're a long way off booking the band at this point. A lot of work to be done,
True.
pal.
Don't I know it? Hard work, time, money, commitment.
Exactly.
Someone saying commitment.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Hello.
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you?
Fine.
Hello,
What's this commitment? I know I heard the word commitment. Who's
Well, father-in-law,
Yes.
even as we speak, where you're standing is about to become the hottest, wildest, craziest, most elegant nightclub in Port Charles.
A nightclub here.
Yeah.
It could be risky. It could be wonderful.
We thrive on risks, or should I use your word, commitment?
Yes. Yes, well, that's something that seems to be going around.
What?
Commitment. Your father and I decided to make one.
Congratulations.
Thank you, son.
Congratulations.
You ought to be going to a reputable dealer, right?
Yes, I did, and I'm very happy that I did.
Well, this calls for champagne.
Indeed, you get the glass.
I get the glasses.
I have to call Genie.
Get a couple of bottles. I think we're going to need them.
No, you better hold that down. We got to get to the clinic.
One toast.
Absolutely wonderful. Oh, thank you, darling.
Oh, you will have one.
Yes, I'll have it. No, right now.
A moment too soon. Here,
Oh,
take
what?
that one.
Yes, yes,
I'll
yes.
take this
Get
one.
the brides.
Oh,
I'll
get some in the glass.
Okay. Jeez. I mean,
I'll put you one to
part
the
about
drink.
being ignored. Well, they
Sip,
started-
sip. That's fine. That's
We're
fine.
so
That's
ready. They
fine.
have
You know, this really calls for a party. How about here, tomorrow night?
Well, that's a great
Let
idea.
us throw you a
I
party.
love tomorrow night sounds wonderful, but it sounds
Yes, fine, fine.
But if you wouldn't mind, I would really like to have it at my house. Our house. Our house. Oh, the future home of Dr. and Dr. Rick Weber.
Yes.
Great. Maybe a sit-down dinner, do you think? Or
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I want to invite the whole world the way I feel right now.
All right. Then open house. No holds barred.
Oh,
Yeah,
everyone.
marvelous. That sounds wonderful. You know, there's got to be something in the air around here.
Yeah, usually down here it's the smell of fish.
No, I mean romance. I mean, it really is quite true. There's a spirit that just makes you want to get married, doesn't it? Don't you feel it, Robert?
No, I don't feel anything.
I don't feel anything close to that. All right.
Anyway, congratulations to you
Hey,
both.
Thank
To
you.
Dr. and Dr.
Bless you all.
Weber. Sorry.